Hi everyone, this is Dormel here with episode number 4, my journey with alopecia. Just wanted to come and just touch base with everybody. Today I was in a rap day. It didn't feel like having my head out. Some of those days get like that. Some days you really feel courageous and bold and ready to conquer the world. Some days you're like, I did want to let you guys know, August, which we're in the middle of August, and I didn't know it. Maybe you didn't either, so I'm sharing with you. Is basically August is National Hair Loss Awareness Month. I don't know if anyone caught it, but on the Today Show on 2 days ago, so probably on Thursday or Friday, there was an episode. They had a segment about alopecia areata, and how it's really growing. There's like 1 out of every 10 people, usually women, are going to experience this hair loss, and how devastating it is to us. And that's kind of why I felt so important with talking about my journey with my alopecia. When you start losing your hair and you don't know what to do, and you try all this different stuff and nothing changes, you do feel so stinking unfeminine. You feel ugly. Who's going to love you? Because men can take their hair off. They can shave their heads and be bald. And women, we find it sexy. But the other side of it is not necessarily so acceptable. And so this is a journey. It's a journey of self-acceptance, of learning to love yourself. Because I've told you from the very first episode, I'm trying my best to grow my hair back. And I've gone through this multiple times where I've lost it, and it's grown back, where I've lost it, and I took it all the way down, went all the way to the baldness, and then it grew back in certain places, but not in others. I've gone through this cycle, this pattern. And so you may never grow your hair back. So how do you find yourself beautiful? Because beauty first has to start with you. You have to see yourself as beautiful. You can't if you love on everybody else but don't love on yourself, then you're depriving yourself of the biggest love that you need to have, which is self-love. And so when I was looking I went ahead and pulled the article because it was a lady named Lauren Ingalls. She started losing her hair at 28, and I could imagine being 28 years old, and I had started losing my hair. I started losing my hair I had my daughters. I was 20. I started losing my hair probably about 23, 24, and I started losing it in clumps, and little clumps by clumps by clumps. And at first I thought it was the hairstyle I had. Back in the day, remember everyone had jerry curls. I had a jerry curl, and I thought it was that hairstyle that I had back then that caused me to lose my hair. So I switched my hairstyles. I mean, that's what you do. You don't know, so you try other things. So I switched my hairstyle. That didn't change. I kept losing my hair. I started adding clip-ons and pieces and, weave. And that I lost, my hair kept coming out. And then I went to the doctors and stuff. The one thing I remember doing that I know a lot of you guys, I've seen people have made comments and said different things to me on my Facebook page. Follow me on my Facebook page too. It's Dormel Richardson McDonald. Follow me here. Please subscribe. I feel like we're talking to one another and we're having this conversation about it because I want you to be comfortable in yourself, because this is helping me if I show you how comfortable I am, as I show you through this journey, this personal journey, I feel like you guys can take it with me. But as I was saying, I remember going to the doctor and having cortisone shots in my head. Let me just say, that was the most painful stuff I'd ever gone through in my life. I didn't want to go to the doctor. I hated going to the doctor, but I would psych myself up to go to the doctor to have these shots because I felt like if I have these shots, there's an opportunity that my hair can grow back. So I'm going to have these shots and my hair is going to grow back. Well, my hair didn't grow back. I kept having these shots, and I'm paying for these shots out of pocket because they're not covered by my dang insurance, and my hair is not growing back. And because hydrocortisone or cortisone shots are steroid, I'm eating every dang thing that's not down in the house. So as I'm packing on weight, trying to help my hair grow back, I wonder if those two kind of were fighting against each other, because one of the things I've learned as I've kind of really started trying to naturally figure out what's going on inside of me is to make sure your nutrition is right. Make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you're eating vegetables and protein and dairy, and not too much dairy, because sometimes too much dairy can cause some issues. And that's really what I want to focus on next week for our episode, because I'm really trying to pull together the information, the research about how your diet can impact your hair growth. So, stay tuned for that. I'm sorry, I hate flies, and they're in my house right now. And I don't know what's going on with the flies this year, but the flies. Anyway, that's next week's episode, is talking about how your nutrition affects your health. So stick with me on this, because we really need to kind of work a holistic approach. I mean, as much as possible, I want to put my body in the right state to grow my hair back. Whether it's going to grow or not, I still need to put my body in a healthy state. And so when I was getting these hydrocortisone shots, I was eating up everything that was nailed down. I was constantly hungry, and my hair still wasn't growing. I would get a little peach fuzz here and there, but my hair really didn't grow back in those patches where the alopecia hit. So then finally, I got this wonderful doctor that was really, she kind of knew what the heck was going on. She basically told me, all the stuff we've been doing, it probably ain't gonna work. She kind of sat down with me and talked about how what we do, as especially black women, what we do to our hair with the tight braids, with the tight weave, with the quick weave, with the perms, with all of that stuff, with some of the things we do that pulls our hair so tight that we get, a lot of us get traction alopecia. So when people are making jokes about Tamar Braxton and her edges, yeah, her edges did disappear. Or when they were talking about Brandy's edges when all the braids, yes, she lost her edges. But here's the good thing: if you have traction alopecia, if you are kind and gentle to your edges of your hair, they'll come back. Unless you've caused scarring damage where you've caused it to become permanent alopecia. But most times, if you're careful and you watch that and you start seeing your edges disappear, stop. Immediately stop with the weave, stop with the braids, stop with anything that's pulling so tight to your hair that your edges are coming out, and start being gentle with your edges. Start applying some of the different things we talked about last week, like the moringa powder and the mixtures. Jamaican black castor oil and kalonji oil are good. I did try the kalonji oil, you guys. I do like it. It smells a little better than the Jamaican black castor oil, and it kind of stimulates in your scalp. Those are the two. If you are experiencing traction alopecia, you've been wearing wigs, you've been wearing weaves, and you've rubbed your edges out, use that. Use a soft, I do soft wraps. This is a very loving soft wrap that is not too tight on my edges, and it's soft. The fabric is soft, so I'm not pulling my hair that might be trying to grow back. Be very much aware of what you're doing to your body, and do those kind of things to help increase, help give your hair a fighting chance to come back from what's been all the damage that's been done to it. That's the biggest thing. We have to give ourselves, our body, a time to reset. And so being aware of what you're doing, of what's going on, that's how you kind of set your that's how you reset your body and reset your hair. And if you're loving the music in the background, I was feeling very 90s and maybe the 2000s, because this is Carl Thomas, and he used to be the stuff back in the day. So I kind of was vibing to that. I said, okay, as I do my video, let me set some lovely, wonderful music, because my honey's coming to Bismarck to visit me for my birthday. So I'm excited. But anyway, I really was wanting to pop in here and let you know that this is National Hair Loss Awareness Month. So this is an opportunity for us ladies and some of us gentlemen to step out and show people this is what we deal with, and to make them aware that this was devastating and continues to be devastating to us. And it's not like we want a pity party or we want a whole bunch of sympathy or anything. But we kind of want you to be aware that this is a disease. No, you can't catch it. There's no cure for it. All I can do is treat it and try to learn to love who I am. And some days I may not like myself. I look at my hair and I can't stand it. there's other days I look at my head and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's see what we can do with the face. Let's put on some pretty earrings. Oh, let's try this new head wrap style I saw online. And I loved YouTube for these head wrap styles. Bam, bomb, bomb, bomb. So, I mean, whatever it is we need to do to feel pretty and love ourselves, that's what this journey with alopecia is about. And this month being the National Month, Hair Loss Awareness Month, let somebody know. Help and show them, give them information, educate them about this disease of alopecia. I cried when I really got to talk to my doctor, and she told me, you may never grow your hair back fully. That head full of hair you had when you graduated from high school and you first went off to college and you thought you were fierce, fly, and wicked, you may never have that again. So, how do you deal with that? How do you live with that? And you learn. You learn by using wigs. You learn by head wraps. You learn by accepting the beautiful bald head that you have. I do appreciate the lady that was on today's show. Beautiful woman, completely. I guess she took her hair all the way down. She's bald, but she was beautiful. She was smiling from the inside out. I know it's taken a process for her to get there, and that's what this journey is about for me. It's the process for me to get there. And as I go through the process, I want to educate others too. I want you to know that what I'm going through, I want you to be able to get through it. I want you to be able to get through it successfully as well. So, again, the lady's name is Lauren Ingalls. She was on the Today Show, and I'm trying to look up her blog as I'm talking to you as well. She writes a blog about her journey as well. And so just all of us, we need to connect because we can encourage each other as we continue to have this problem. Her blog is called Corner of Hope and Maine. So check it out if you want to see someone else's journey through this alopecia thing. For me, this is such a journey for me to share this with you, and I thank you guys for tuning in. A lot of you are tuning in. Please keep tuning in. Please subscribe. Please check me out on Facebook. This is how I want us to get better. I want us to be stronger, and I want us to see our beauty. Our beauty is not just our hair. We are so beautiful on the inside out. I came on this episode today with no makeup on because I said I wanted you to see who I really am, and I don't want to hide anything from you because this is my time to be transparent. So this is where I'm at. This week I was at home. I'm not in my head wrap. I went out today and I had on one of my wigs, and I keep meaning to show you all my wigs because I have lots of wigs. I love wigs. But I'll show you my hair where I'm at now. I am still feeling some. I got a lot of edges around here, so where my edges were thin, I'm getting those back. I'm still experiencing some patches where I don't really still see any growth. But I am still using the Kalonji oil. I am using Jamaican black castor and the moringa oil. And I'm just going to keep pushing. This didn't happen overnight. And this is not going to come back overnight. So with patience and with consistency, I'm going to keep pushing and letting you know how this is going through my journey. And so that's all I wanted to say to you guys today on my journey with alopecia. Come back and see me next week. I do appreciate you guys. I hope that this is helping someone, and just come on back and share with me. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.